What up, y'all? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. And I know folks are frustrated. I know folks are frustrated. That's three straight losses for the Denver Nuggets. We haven't seen three straight losses since the month of December. I know that's not what y'all wanted to see. I know that's not the performance you wanted to have. I know that's not the team win you were looking forward to. But honestly, again, unfortunately, we said this, and after the Memphis game, man, that there was an opportunity for them to slide. Now, if you saw me with Mile High Sports with Ryan Blackburn, I definitely said there's an opportunity for them to go 4-0. They take it serious, and they took it the opposite of serious. They have taken it the completely other way of the board, where they basically said that we are going to be a negative home winning team. We're going to lose on the road. Y'all, the Nuggets, they're 1-2 at home over the last three games at home. They're 0-1 on the road this week. They're 1-3 on the week, and they have given up 118 points, I believe, 128 points, and 122 points today. And then they gave up 113 points to the Toronto Raptors in their only win. It's terrible. It's really, really, really bad. And I know it feels bad, but I think the thing that there's a lot to be frustrated about today, and I think that there's some things we can get into in terms of who to be frustrated with. I think defensively that third quarter was really bad. It was a 38-17 quarter for the Brooklyn Nets. It was just incomprehensible. They were playing bad basketball. The execution was bad. The rotations were bad. Their commitment to playing the right style was bad. They couldn't get the ball into Jokic. They weren't penetrating. There were a lot of things that weren't happening right. They had really, really good stretches. They started the game really well. Jokic goes out there up 5. They're down when Jokic comes back in. They end the quarter really well, 69-61. Jamal Murray hit a couple shots. Third quarter comes around, they basically throw it all away. They throw the entire thing away with the starters on the court. Jokic was a plus 20, and then by the time he leaves the game, I want to say he was like a plus 8. They were just getting destroyed, man. It was a really, really bad set of occurrences. But I really want to give a shout out to the Brooklyn Nets. I want to respect them, man. The fact of the matter is they hit their shots, and the Denver Nuggets did not when they needed to. Dorian Finney-Smith was 5 of 7 from 3 today. He hit some really, really clutch, really crucial three-pointers. And every time the Denver Nuggets were trying to make these rotations, they were trying to let Jokic stunt and get back or whatever else because they were going small, they made them pay every single time. And Dorian did that. So I really want to give him a shout out because he took care of business and did what he was supposed to do. And he played really, really well. Y'all, the Nuggets have lost 3 straight, man. It's unbelievable. We have not seen it. Tonight, there's a lot of bad to get to, but the good I want to get to is this. Tonight, Nikola Jokic in 39 minutes had 35 points, 20 rebounds, and 11 of assists. He was 14 of 23 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Don't love that because that was game-changing. With 2 blocks, 2 steals, and he was a plus 14 tonight. 35, 20, and 11. 14 of 23, 2 blocks and 2 steals, and he was a plus 14, and they lost. They lost. Unacceptable, y'all. Just unacceptable. Back-to-back great games from Jokic on 37, 11, and 11 versus, again, not like elite-level competition, and you still are not able to get it done. You still can't close out the deal. Jokic, the 2 biggest issues I would have with his game today when, again, by the way, in NBA history, there's no one else in the last 40 years that have a 35, 20, and 10 game but Jokic, and Jokic has done it twice this season. So I definitely want to point out the fact that tonight he missed 3 free throws, missed 1 in the clutch that he should have made that would have tied the game up. And then he also missed 2 game-winning shots. One of them was a fadeaway sophomore shuffle, and then the other one was a corner three-pointer shot that he really had an opportunity to hit, got a good look at it, but he was just off. And so definitely if you want to lean your criticism toward that, absolutely. I think the issue that I really struggle with, though, is the fact that Jokic was a plus 14 in this game, and they lost by 2 points. It's just one of those things, man. You have a literally a historically great game where it's basically you and Wilt. Efficiency was great. He played really good defense as well at times. Jokic got caught on a couple islands today that when they went small, they put Dorian Finney-Smith in at 5, basically, or they put Royce O'Neal in at 5. They happened to hit their three-pointers. They shot 39% from 3 today. And they were making really bad rotations. And so every time they would when they would run a pick and roll, and basically they would double at the top instead of letting Jokic be on an island by himself, they'd throw it back to DFS, and he would hit them three-pointers. And they got burned on that like 4 or 5 times. Now, I think some of this goes down to the Nuggets were not good enough on the rotation because Jokic can't cover in space. So if you know that and you don't want to get him on an island, which I would even argue at times they should have. I would argue at times they should have, because what would have happened at that point in time is you put him on an island, and if Dorian Finney-Smith or if Spencer Dinwiddie, Spencer was terrible today. I mean, you really could have taken advantage of some of those matchups. Tonight, Spencer Dinwiddie, he had 15 points and 16 assists, 5 of 15 and 0 of 7 and a -2. He wasn't great. So we've seen the Nuggets play versus small ball, which is the thing that I was, again, frustrated about. You do this versus the Clippers. You do this versus other teams that go small. You did this versus the Warriors, and you were able to figure it out more as the series went on. But for some reason today, the execution was poor. And I think, again, this is in line with how they have played over the last 3 games and really over the last 4 games. Ever since the Memphis game, they played against the Raptors, they played against the Spurs, and then they ended up playing against the Nets today. They just haven't thought through it. And against the Bulls especially, they just weren't thinking through basic rotation. So I think it's interesting that, and again, how do I feel about the game? How do I feel about the losing streak? Again, you're frustrated because I said they could go 4-0 this week and you went 1-3. So you definitely did not meet expectations. But their defense went all the way to the other side, Went from playing very well to great to now it's been piss poor. So the crazy thing for me is that I wish that they didn't take their foot off the pedal, but at the end of the day, given the context, your 5-game lead, I get it. I mean, I do understand why it's happening. I don't like that it's happening, though. So, again, really good game that they had from Jokic tonight. Like I said, 35, 20, and 11. You just don't see that line. Kentavious Caldwell put up 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist, and 3 of 5 from the field. He was a plus 15 tonight, y'all. Aaron Gordon, 13, 4, and 2, and 5 of 9, and 1 of 2, and 2 of 3, plus 13. Now, Jamal Murray went out in the game, I think knee soreness, 28 minutes, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 of 19 from the field, 5 of 12 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, minus 13 because he was staggering with the bench. So he hasn't been great since he came back from the All-Star break. Some of this might just due to be his soreness. Some of this might just be due to the fact that he kind of out of rhythm, but he hasn't been good. He has not been good. So, we're going to have to see what happens with him. Hopefully he'll be okay. Hopefully he comes back and he play in Toronto. Obviously he's from Canada. You don't want to give him a opportunity to play in front of his hometown. So in front of Kitchener, but his home country. Not a great game from him at all. Michael Porter Jr. had a great game. 23 minutes, only 23 minutes. 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. 9 of 12 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 steal, a plus 6. And he only plays 23 minutes. Now, why did he only play 23 minutes? Well, that's because Michael Malone made a bench adjustment in the second half, and specifically in the fourth quarter, because the Nuggets couldn't guard a soul. So Michael Malone chose to take out Michael Porter Jr. and give Christian Brown minutes when Christian Brown should have been playing to start the game. But when he made a mistake and then tried to fix it and put Christian in the game, instead of putting Christian at another spot and don't take out your second best player on the night, Michael Malone then decided to take out Porter because he was worried, not that it actually happened, he was worried that Porter would get taken advantage of defensively when he did not make defensive mistakes, and at least really crucial defensive mistakes today. He wasn't the reason you gave up all those points, and he was a plus in his minutes. Porter was hitting everything. He was getting to the rim. He dunked on, who was it? He dunked on Nerlens Noel today. He was hitting great three-pointers, getting good rotations. Didn't play because Christian Brown needed to play, which he played really well. But tonight, Christian Brown played 12 minutes, 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist, 2 of 2, 1 of 1. He only played in the fourth quarter. You want to know what his minutes were in the fourth quarter? He was a plus 9. Let me read this to you. Bruce Brown had 9 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists on 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line with 2 blocks, -6. Jeff Green, 19 points, 7-11, 7, 1, and 2 on 3 of 5, -15. Reggie Jackson, 2, 2, and 2, -20. Blocko Chanchar, first game back, understand, 6 minutes, -12. -6, -15, -20, -12. Unacceptable. Y'all know my rhythm and how I communicate about bench. You need to be a +2 or a -2 ideally. You need to be within that realm. If the bench is a -5 today, on average, you win this game by 5 or 6 points. But you didn't do that. You did not do that. And so you underperformed. You got absolutely mauled on the bench minutes. And then Jokic is a +14. KCP is a +15. Gordon's a +13. And then Michael Porter Jr. is a +6. Come on, man. You got to do better, and especially versus the Nets. So the Nuggets shot 50% from the field, as did the Nets. The Nuggets shot 39% from 3, as did the Nets. Difference in the game, the Nets were 21 to 24 from the free throw line. The Nuggets were 18 to 24 for 75%. Difference in the game, the Nuggets had 15 turnovers to the Nets 8. Difference in the game, the Nuggets had 27 assists to the Nets 32. The Nuggets won the rebounding battle 49 to 28 and 15 offensive rebounds to 4 offensive rebounds. The blocks, 8 blocks to 2 blocks. Lost to steal battle 4 to 11. And they had 19 personal fouls to the Nets 21. And the Nuggets had 2 technical fouls that ended up also helping them cost the game on Bruce Brown and KTP. So really frustrating game. Of all the games that they've lost this week, that's by far the most frustrating. But I don't know what to tell you, man. The Nuggets are now 5 games ahead of the Kings and Grizzlies. They're 46-22. They're 46-22, and they keep losing games. And they got, coming up, they have the Raptors, the Pistons, the Knicks, and the Nets, and the Wizards. A five-game road stand. Raptors, Pistons, Knicks, Nets, and Wizards. And then they got the Bucks and the 76ers after that. What are you going to do? So they keep playing these 3-guard lineups with Reggie Jackson, Jamal Murray, and Bruce Brown, and it doesn't work. It does not work. But they keep trotting it out there. They're not scoring, and they're not playing defense. My issue with some of Michael Malone's decision-making at times is that if you're not going to play a defensive slanted lineup, then you need to play an offensive slanted lineup. The bench unit is neither. And again, some of this is because Zeke Najee's out. If Zeke Najee's there, you can play Zeke, Blocko. You can play, Aaron Gordon or KCP with Bruce, and then with Murray or Reggie Jackson. But when you do this and you're just like putting stuff out there, again, I don't have really real criticisms of Malone on the year, but this is just one of those games where the coaching was the difference at times. The rotations were the difference at times. Christian Brown should be playing more because he continues to show you that he was key minutes. He makes great defensive plays, gives you great energy and great effort, and the Nuggets are winning, or at least are neutral in most of his minutes. But it didn't happen today. So the Nuggets got some stuff to figure out, and that's for sure. 35, 20, and 11 for Joker. 37, 11, and 11 for Joker. And you didn't get a win in either of those games. It's unacceptable, y'all. Y'all, Swipa game. I got another episode with Mile High Sports coming up really, really, really soon. Hit that subscribe button, like that. Y'all know y'all my people. Hey, we got Toronto coming up on Tuesday. We'll see what happens in Swipa game. Y'all know what to do. I will see y'all soon. We out.